money do you have to have in order to buy a house? Hi, I'm Amy Shrader with RE/MAX Real Estate 10. Welcome to the Shrader Show, where we answer your frequently asked questions about buying or selling real estate. Today we're going to talk about how much money do you need to buy a house. A lot of people still think that you have to have a 20% down payment in order to buy a home. And the good news is that's not true. We still have several programs available that will offer you 100% financing. So you would not have to have any kind of down payment in order to purchase the home. That doesn't mean you wouldn't have to pay some money out of pocket, but we'll get back into that in just a moment. Okay. Some of the programs available that do offer 100% financing are going to be the USDA Rural Development Loan. You do have to buy a home in certain areas to qualify for rural development. You do have to meet their income guidelines, as they do have caps on how much money you can make and qualify for it. And then the other thing is it's going to need to be pretty much a move-in ready home. It can't be a house that is going to need some repairs done. Okay. So USDA Rural Development, that's number one. Number two would be VA. The Veterans Administration offers 100% financing for active military, retired military, people that are in the reserves. And if you're a part of that group, then you're well aware of that benefit, and we do appreciate your service. But 100% financing through VA, again, you're going to have credit requirements and income requirements that you're going to need to meet in order to qualify for that. Now, THDA, which is the Tennessee Housing Development Agency, they are specific to us here in Tennessee, and they don't really do 100% financing, but what they do is offer a 5% grant. So you could use that in association with an FHA loan. FHA requires a 3.5% down payment. So if you qualify for that loan, you take the 5% grant from THDA, you've covered your down payment, you also have a little bit of money for closing costs, and you've gotten into the house without making a down payment. Okay? And I know it's kind of confusing. You're hearing all these different terms, FHA, THDA, but your loan officer, when you talk to the loan officer to get pre-approved, they're going to explain your loan options to you, and they're going to tell you which ones you qualify for and which one's going to be the best program for you to go with. Okay? Now, I mentioned earlier that just because you're doing a 100% financing mortgage, that doesn't necessarily mean you're not going to have to pay any money out of pocket, right? You're going to have to pay earnest money down whenever you go under contract. That's a good faith deposit made by the buyer that just says, yes, I'm serious about buying this house and I'm putting a deposit down. So if you're looking at, $125,000 to a $250,000 house, you could probably get by with a $250 earnest money deposit. All right. You're going to have to pay for the home inspection, which is generally going to run you about $400 to $450, depending on the size of the house. And then you're going to have to pay for the appraisal up front, which again is going to be about $400 to $450. Now the good news is, if you wrote your contract, you're doing the 100% financing, and the seller agreed to pay your closing costs for that mortgage, then when you go to closing, you could actually get a check back, and you would be able to receive the earnest money you paid as well as that appraisal that you paid up front back at closing. Okay? The home inspection's already been done. Those people have been paid, and that's just an expense you're going to incur. But you could get a check back for about $700, $750 at closing. So how awesome would that be, to be able to buy a home, not have to make a down payment, and get a check back at closing? Okay? So that's the Shrader Show. You have found out today that we do have no money down mortgages available. If you have a question that you would like to see answered on a future episode, feel free to send me a message or drop a comment down below, and we will feature your question on a future episode. Make sure that you subscribe so that you're aware of future videos that are uploaded, and ring the bell in order to get the notification.